Hey, what's up guys, OSG here with another Amiga video, and with it being Halloween next week, I've decided to tackle Amiga Horror Games. Amiga was probably the first time I ever really got scared playing a game, and here I have picked 10 games that would have made a 13-year-old OSG shit his pants in fear. Oh, how times have changed. The thing is, the Amiga Horror Games are pretty thin on the ground, but these 10 proper hit the spot, and some of them are still terrifying today, although I would never admit I'm scared now. Okay, so before this video, if you'd like to become a Patreon like these horrors scrolling along the screen right now, get on over to my Patreon channel. There's a link in the description below and I'll put one at the end, credits too. Also, and he says I don't have to do this, but I'd like to once again thank Code Tapper for the brilliant crack draws he supplied me. Every time I record a crack draw, it makes me so happy that there are talented people helping me with this channel. Anyway, enough of all that, let's take a look at the 10 best Amiga Horror Games ever. Kicking us off in 10th place we have Zombie. So Zombie is the closest thing we got to an official game of the Romero film Dawn of the Dead. It only just made this list though, cause like I say, Amiga Horror is thin on the ground. Whilst for me it never had that scary atmosphere I want from a horror game, it still oozes horror all the way through, even if it's not that scary. Ninth place is taken by Dark Seed. From here on in, all the games have what I think is essential in a horror game, and that's the eerie atmosphere and the sense that something bad is going to happen. This game is best played on the CD32 for the speech, but they are both good. In 8th place we have Personal Nightmare, the first of 4 Horrorsoft games on this list, and that speaks volumes for its developer. It's a truly eerie adventure game where you have to rid the town of all the people who are being possessed by the devil. Uninvited is in 7th position. This is a game that was on the C64 horror video, and the Amiga version is much the same. One thing I will say about the game is though, that with a little bit of spooky music it would have been further up this list, as the story is proper horror. Sixth place is taken by Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. Elvira is definitely up there with Maria Whittaker for one of the hottest women ever to grace a game cover. But not just that, Elvira Games actually delivered a truly atmospheric horror adventure that would put Horrorsoft in gaming history. In 5th place we have Dreamweb. So this is a weird one, as the story isn't strictly horror, as in ghosts or monsters, but there's an underlying feel of dread all the way through this game, and that is what I love from horror movies. Like I say, it won't be everybody's idea of horror, as there are no jump scenes or nothing, but the atmosphere in this game is off the map. The Lurking Horror is in 4th place, so I think this is a first for my channel, as I normally try to stay clear of pure text based games, as they aren't great for viewing, but there was no way that I could have left The Lurking Horror out, as it's maybe the scariest text adventure ever made. Sometimes games are so good all they need are words and a little bit of imagination to scare the hell out of you. Third place is taken by Elvira 2, The Jaws of Cerberus. The second game in the series, and for me it just pips the original for horror. The game is much the same as what we got from the first game, but more atmospheric and more terror as you go. In second place we have Waxworks. Probably most people's choice for the best horror game on the Amiga, and yes, it's brilliant. It's Horrorsoft's best game and even makes the Elvira games look a bit tame. If you haven't played Waxworks, get it downloaded and play it on Halloween, you won't be disappointed. And now, in first place, we have It Came From The Desert. So there was a bit of a discussion on multiple streams I was in about whether this was horror or not. But what is horror? Is it ghosts, vampires, zombies? No, horror is something that truly scares you, and no other game on this list had me on the edge of my seat like this one. From the intro to the outro, the feel of dread is like no other game I've ever played before. This is also carried by the brilliant atmosphere and music. Yeah, it's giant ants, but it's definitely still horror. Okay, that's it for this video. Let me know what your favourite Amiga horror games were in the comments below. Please remember to drop this video a like and subscribe to my channel for more great retro content. Oh, and if you would like to become a Patreon like these zombies going up the screen right now, get on over to my Patreon channel where you can pledge for as little as $1. That will get you perks like your name in the end credits, Amiga track draw, video requests, giveaways and more in the future. Till next time, this is OSG signing out.